Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about things that I wish I would have known before I went to Walt Disney World. These are just kind of the top 5 things that I feel are very important and I realized during and after our trip. So we're going to jump right in and start with number 1 is to manage your expectations. Some of the commercials that you see depicting Walt Disney World is not entirely reality. One example that I can think of for sure is you're not going to walk in and see Mickey walking up and down Main Street at Magic Kingdom. You can, however, meet him, of course, but you're not going to see that. My mom kind of had this idea that we could go into the castle, and in reality, you can walk through the bottom of the castle and, see the murals on the walls, which are absolutely gorgeous, but the only way to actually get inside of the castle is to have a reservation at Cinderella's royal table, which we did not. So she was kind of bummed out over that. So I just wanted to kind of let anybody else know that that is the only way to get inside of Cinderella's castle. So number 2 is standing in lines for whether it be for the rides, any of the attractions, the shows. It can get really exhausting really quick, and some of them are insanely long. So definitely budget and plan and be familiar with Genie Plus. And if there's some of the rides that you want to ride that offers the individual lightning lane, be prepared to budget that in as well, because the time that you save by not standing in line, it's definitely, it's worth what it costs to me. Be sure to check, because the price of Genie Plus does vary day to day. So, and depending on if you're park hopping, which we did not. So that will vary too. So just take that into account, but definitely budget for Genie Plus. My 3rd tip is magic bands they're wonderful, and I absolutely love mine. This was the first trip that I used it, and now I can't imagine not having it, but they are sweaty, especially if you are not used to, I don't wear watches and I don't wear bracelets. So I was I don't know if that added to the fact that it was kind of sweaty and, just that I noticed it more, but the band, it comes loose quite a bit. So you may have heard of like band buddies. Well, we were in the park and I didn't have one. So I always keep the little small zip ties, just the little small plastic zip ties. I always keep a couple of them, just because you never know when you might need to attach something, or the main reason is because I had a shoe come apart once and I ended up zip tying it, but that's a whole other story. But I do keep those zip ties. So I ended up zip tying where the band closes, and once I did that, I never had another issue with it. So if you can buy the band buddies, they actually sell them on Amazon. If you can buy those in advance, I would suggest you get those, because I would hate to know how many people lose those magic bands, and they are not cheap. You can buy them like in the park. I actually ordered mine before our trip and got it a little cheaper, but regardless, the cheapest I think I've ever seen one was like $20. So they are definitely valuable in the park. So just look into the band buddies prior to going if you have the magic band. My 4th tip is get to viewing spots early, whether it be for the parades, the cavalcades, the castle shows, or the fireworks. If you have watched my other videos, you will see we did get lucky a couple of times, but going forward, I will definitely, try to get to the ideal viewing spot that I want in adequate time to ensure that we can see it good. So definitely get to your viewing spot early. And my 5th biggest tip, if you come away with nothing else, remember this. There is way too much to do in one trip. And I'm not sure, I've heard people say that they've been going for years and they still find things that, you know, they never got to experience. So it's great to have a plan when you go, but maybe pick out just a couple of those things that you absolutely must do. And then that way you kind of hit your highlights, and then anything else is just extra. But don't stress too much. Just kind of keep it in the back of your mind. There's no way that you can do it all. So don't just rush and kind of end up missing everything. Instead, slow down and remember, you know, the things that you do get to do. So if nothing else, keep that in mind whenever you plan your next trip. So I truly hope those have helped you all, and thanks so much for sticking around, and please be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you right back here next time.